What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and we've got some more One Piece Treasure Cruise news for you. On the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise, we have the new Amazon Lily Fortnite Island Story Mode Island coming out soon. So Amazon Lily Story Mode Island, the best characters out of this one to actually farm are the final couple stages with Sandra Sonia and the other Hancock. Those two sisters are the best ones to get out of here. They're not super important, but you do have strongly poison and boost damage to strongly poison by 1.4 times, the two of them respectively. And strongly poison is something like the story mode croc, impact croc, that actually deals 5 times their attack and damage. So that's one way to kill the princess turtle without too much trouble. And a 1.4 times conditional attack boost is the highest conditional attack boost that exists in the game. There's no other character that has a conditional attack boost of 1.4, so those two characters are pretty good. The rest of the stage, in general, not too difficult to do. I believe I already have I do already have a Amazon Lily story mode guide for the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise out. The entire thing works just like it will once it comes out on the global version. So if you need help with any of those stages, I already have my full Japanese guide out. Check that out. We are also going to get a bunch of little things here on the news. We're going to get our daily gems every day. Super duper from the 11th to the 24th. Extra gem. We're going to get double powered EXP from story mode islands. Not too exciting, it's just regular things from story mode. Still makes them about as good, or makes them a little better worth experience than doing Fortnite Islands, but I still highly recommend you doing Fortnite Islands because that's how you get more characters, more skill books, more turtles, so you'll level up your characters faster that way versus just doing Storm Mode Islands for pirate levels where you don't really get anything for pirate levels. We're also getting from the 11th to the 17th what everybody keeps asking in the comments about, and that is our Friend Point Story Mode Sugo Fest. So from the 11th to the 17th, Friend Point pulls give you a chance of getting a story mode character all the way up until the it looks like until the end of Ennis Lobby. So it won't have any of the Thriller Bark or Amazon Lily characters on it. It's only going to be up to Ennis Lobby, it seems. But you can still get your Croc, you can still get Enel, you can still get Rob Lucci, you can get all those characters from Friend Point pulls. So, do your Friend Point pulls, hope for some good story mode characters, but make sure you wait until the 11th at midnight, and that is update o'clock. So, on the 11th, whenever news updates, that's whenever you can start doing your Friend Point pulls. Don't do it before then. Don't waste your Friend Point pulls. On the 18th to the 24th, there's going to be double drop rate from story mode. And yes, just like Rip Crush said, the double EXP only goes up to Arlong Park. It doesn't go beyond that. Double drop rate will be from the 18th to the 24th for select story mode stages. And there's going to be Sea Pony Paradise. That's just the regular Seahorse Island. It's just going to be here for the entire week. So if you need to get Seahorse, you can do that. And on the 18th to the 24th, we are getting a login present every single day. And hold on to your pants, global players. Hold on to those pants, global players. I know you're gonna freak out about how good these bonuses are. We're getting 3 keys to adventure every day. We're getting 10,000 berries every day, and we're getting a teenage turtle just for logging in. Super duper, right? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just the best you've ever seen? We're also getting boosted rate of standard refill from Snail, so that is actually like pretty good. And that's it for that news. On the story mode, something else that's really fun to notice is the Dead End Adventures Fortnite Island beginning. The Dead End Adventures is a movie Fortnite Island. A lot of people were really hyped after Zephyr came out because they're like, oh, now we can get movie stuff on global, as if Zephyr were the floodgate of all the movie stuff. And right there, Dead End Adventures is a movie Fortnite. If you don't know who those guys, they are Gaspard and Bascud. The actual characters themselves are actually pretty decent. If you want full details about what they do and what drops on this island, we have them all in the database. Both of them, Gaspard and Bascud. And the skill books on this one actually are the same ones as the skill books on Japan. So if you didn't know, for a little while there, global skill books were different from the Japanese skill books because we didn't have strong world characters and stuff like that. But we will be getting the 3-day 2-year Zoro skill books, which is probably one of the more exciting things. So not only are we getting 6-star Ace skill books again, but we're also getting 3-day 2-year Zoro, who is so good. So you've got your 3-day 2-year Zoro. I highly recommend maxing out. He is so incredibly powerful for slasher teams. And the Sugo Fest coming soon to the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. If you didn't know about it, if you missed it, there was voting going on Facebook where you could vote for characters that you want to see with their rates boosted. Coming soon to Sugo Fest. And the winners are going to be Fujitora, Don Quixote, Doflamingo, and 6-star Ace. So those 3 characters will have their rates boosted on the first day. You can still get any 6-star character at all. You can see all the 6-star characters listed here. So all 6-star characters can drop during the Sugo Fest. It's just that those 3 characters, Fujitora, Doflamingo, and Ace, will have a higher chance of getting one of those 3 6-star characters versus the other ones on the first day of the Sugo Fest. And of course, this being global Bandai cannot resist giving us 2 days of Sugo Fest back to back, and the second day of Sugo Fest is going to be with Log Luffy, Int Mihawk, and Rayleigh. So those 3 characters will be boosted on the second day of Sugo Fest, with of course every single other 6-star character boosted in there as well. There are no new characters in this Sugo Fest. The secondary types are Free Spirit, Shooter, and Powerhouse on the second day, and the first day's boosted types are going to be what are they? Fighters, cerebral characters, and slashers. So if you're looking for one of these characters, looking for one of these types, pick which day Sugo Fest you'd like to do pulls on, and pull on that day. I basically have every single global character I need right now except for 6-star characters, so no pulls for me. I'm going to be saving my gems for at least a new batch coming out. And on the Japanese... The Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise, the only new thing on there is the official notice that we are going to be getting a Halloween Khalifa. But more fun than that, all these other things. Let me see if I can get my Chrome to actually pop up when I want it to. Sometimes Chrome doesn't like to show up under my OBS settings. And whammo! Oh, there we go. Okay. So on the Japanese One Piece Treasure Cruise Twitter that we all follow, so all the Japanese news, I'm gonna use Google Translate to translate all the good stuff. This picture of Khalifa, we have a announcement picture of her already in game. I guess it doesn't want to translate today. That's fine, I already know what it says. So this is a picture of the new Halloween Khalifa. She is going to be a secret character, pullable on the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise soon. I don't recommend pulling for secret characters unless there's a Sugo Fest coming out, and almost 90% of the time, if there is a secret character, there will be a Sugo Fest at some point in the time period that the secret character is out. So look for a Sugo Fest coming soon on the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. And we're also going to be getting a, chances are, new Halloween Fortnite Island. This will be Halloween Part 3, but these are not the Straw Hats. This is going to be Corazon, Rebecca, and Sugar. So a new Halloween Island coming soon, probably Corazon, Rebecca, Sugar. Not sure what the bosses are, not sure which one the mini boss and which one is the secret stage. But since they released it like this with 3 characters, all for Halloween characters, very, very good chance that they are going to be a Fortnite Island. And that's just another picture. That's just a large picture of that one. Now, something that is happening right now that we're all talking about is the chance of Frieza. There is a chance that we are getting the Dragon Ball Z and One Piece Treasure Cruise crossover event. If you don't know what this is, a long while back on the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise, the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise and the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle had a crossover event where Dokkan Battle got Doflamingo in their game and they could fight Doflamingo, and we on One Piece Treasure Cruise got Frieza and we got to fight Frieza. Frieza is a int character, a pretty hard fight, and Frieza had the highest difficulty of Frieza was like a very difficult 60 stamina island. I'd say Frieza probably about as hard as maybe Hancock or Kizaru. Maybe not as hard as Sabo, but definitely I put him at a Hancock Kizaru difficulty. But it did give you like a 30% chance of getting a Forbidden Tome. And this was the early days before there were any Forbidden Tomes. There was no Coliseum, there was no Forbidden Tomes from Quest. Forbidden Tomes had literally released out several weeks before then, so we were all going crazy trying to do Frieza. It gave you log Straw Hat books. It was one of the few ways to get log Straw Hat books, and a bunch of other skill books too. A bunch of other like really random skill books. A huge list of random skill books. But one of our friends, A Briggs 24, who also has stopped by our Twitch chat, is currently at New York Comic Con, has taken a few pictures for us of the Bandai Namco booth, and you can see here on the booth, let me stretch this out a little bit for you guys. You can see here on the booth pictures that they have a One Piece Treasure Cruise Ultimate Crossover Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So unlike the Japanese version, these are all clearly in English. For limited time, One Piece Treasure Cruise crossover with Dokkan Battle. And this is all at the New York Comic Con Bandai Namco booth. So there is no official date if there's going to be a crossover event yet, but we do have pictures of their booth with all sorts of promotional things of a crossover event. I would say look out in the next week or two. At some point we'll get an announcement about it. But what's going on, you can see here in the picture that it's going to be the same styles event as a Japanese version. You can see Frieza facing off against the Straw Hats. You can see Doflamingo facing off against Goku there. And if you want to know what Frieza is like, you want to know what you're going to be in store for with Frieza, I have I think 2 videos of walkthrough for Frieza. A very difficult fight. They are very old videos. I wasn't as good at One Piece Treasure Cruise, nor was I as good as making videos, so forgive me for the quality of those. But you can go back, check those out. Whenever Frieza does come out to the global version, I will absolutely be making more updated and more free-to-play guides for you guys. But that is going to be it for One Piece Treasure Cruise for us today, guys. Frieza, Dokkan Battle, One Piece Treasure Cruise. Get ready. We don't know what skill books will be coming out. It may be different from the Japanese version because that Frieza Island was a long time ago. I've been Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you can go to patreon.com/Zeenigami and subscribe. And I'd like to thank our Patreon subscribers Carlos Baron, supercrazyapple, Akic, and Padanmagician. Y'all stay beautiful. So guys, while I'm recording this part of the video, internet went down. So thank you Comcast for that wonderful service. I'm so glad that we're using you. Google Fiber, I know you guys you're not really expanding anymore, but if you want to come to Houston, I wouldn't mind at all. Yeah, but we do have now a update from the official Bandai Namco Twitter that there is going to be a One Piece Treasure Cruise and Dokkan Battle crossover event. So we can officially get hyped, guys. Dokkan Battle, One Piece Treasure Cruise crossover coming soon. Get ready for Frieza and Doflamingo.